Things that inspire me are things around me every day that I come across in many different fields of design and architecture and fashion. But also that inspiration, which can become a driver for the way that I design as well, can come through frustration, a reaction against something else, an annoyance or a frustration with an inefficiency that I can see in something else. And I don't like the kind of mediocre, just the kind of, it's the way it's been done before. And I see something and people say to me, well, that's just the way it is. That probably gives me the biggest boost to say there's no reason why. So let's unpick that assumption and find out what was the starting point for that preconceived curve, and then just go off on a totally different tangent. My name's Julian Hakes from Hakes Architects London, also creative director of Julian Hakes Shoes. I spent 10-12 years designing bridges and buildings all over the world, from Moscow to LA and Boston, and buildings and structures that required some sculptural, poetic piece of engineering or design in some way. I'd kind of been thinking about a series of little projects on the side for quite a while, and I've been drawing and designing shoes since 2006. One day I just thought I should just stop sketching and start making. I got my own foot and some tracing paper and masking tape, and I thought, well, my foot is the canvas for this design, and if we were to try and design a shoe for today from today's materials and technologies, how would it be designed, what would it look like? So I started to draw shapes around my foot on top of the tracing paper, and then started to cut the shape out. Now I had a couple of mojitos to help me along the way, which is one of the reasons why the shoe was called Mojito. But also the fact that it became like a twist of lime. It was a twisted shape right around the foot. And it was something that was light, and it was fresh, and it was different. It's something that is totally unique in its shape and its design and form. The shoe now is basically made of three parts. There's what we call the top lift, which is the heel. There's the forepart, which is the kind of slightly soft rubbery part at the front. And there's the main frame. And that main frame, we've been through so many different variations of this, and it's been a process of digital printing, 3D printing, hand modelling, sanding, sculpting, then re-laser scanning in 3D. So there's probably a process of 30-40 different prototypes that we've been through. The body isn't transferring any load through this point, and one of the key things, coming back to the fit at the front of the shoe, is when your foot is naked on the beach and you go up on your toes, just look at the shape that your foot makes. The toes will slightly spread a little bit when you elevate, and that's what the body wants to do, to naturally support your body and take the load of the change of where your foot works. So this is exactly what the shoe does. We didn't take a shape and a form and say, well, I'm going to stick that on the shoe and wrap it around the foot. That's why I think it's a very classical design process. It's a really architecturally driven process of design.